The Philippine peso might be able to sustain its strength following positive developments on the trade talks between the US and China. On August 22, US President Donald Trump extends a reprieve that permits China's Huawei Technologies to buy components from US companies to supply its existing customers. The extension could have influenced the risk-on sentiment in Asian currencies, including the Philippine peso, as said by a trader. This is Speak Up, bringing you all the information about the Philippines. This includes weekly trending news taken from a variety of resources where you can know different views of people on certain issues. Let's get into the details on the Philippine peso and the US dollar forecast. After President Trump granted another 90-day extension for the Huawei ban, the Philippine peso strengthened. This followed the first climb on August 19 despite President Trump's comment that trade talks with China are still ongoing but with reluctance to reach an agreement in the near term. Investors were apparently willing to take the risk even with the US president's hesitation to resume talks that would end the ongoing trade war. The US president has seemingly halted the deal since there was news that Chinese police tactics have grown more aggressive toward Hong Kong protesters. The stepped-up tactics have raised fears of a violent crackdown by China. President Trump expressed his desire to see a humane resolution to the massive protest before a deal is made. The White House economic advisor said if the meetings between the two countries turn out well, the USA might advance negotiations to end the long-running trade war that poses a risk to global economic growth. Meanwhile, dollars traded during the session rose on August 20. This demonstrated the currency's resilience despite the stall in the trade talks and the threat of greater tariffs and other trade restrictions, as also mentioned by the economic advisor. The Philippine Development Budget Coordination Committee, or DBCC, is also optimistic about a stronger peso this year. According to the DBCC Chair and Department of Budget and Management Officer in charge, the economic team projected the possible appreciation of the peso as inflation eases and positive market sentiment grows after debt watcher S&P Global Ratings raised its long-term credit rating for the Philippines in April. This shows stability in the country's finances and the economy's good performance. However, with the still ongoing trade war between the US and China and President Trump's new condition to resume trade talks, the end to the trade war has become less likely to happen anytime soon. Over the past months, this war has shown unpredictability and it had a greater impact on the performance of the world's stock markets and the movement in the price of oil compared to other factors. The trade war has proven that it can also make the Philippine economy's performance unpredictable. As mentioned in an article in Philstar, the longer the trade war rages, the worse global economic prospects will be and the effects will extend to undermine the growth performance of all economies. Apart from that, Hong Kong's worsening state has pushed Beijing to consider using its military to subdue the upheaval. However, involving China's military can result in a bigger disaster as it can lead Hong Kong's economy to an even much worse state. This will not only drag China's economy with it, but also leave a long-lasting mark on China's reputation. With the possibility of an imminent recession going around, a positive outcome coming out of the war being fought in Hong Kong and that of between the US and China is the hope of many. This is the weekly trending news. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.